Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
He expected to make several $1,000s, but ended up with a fraction of that because the woman in...
Hold on, wait. Hold on, bro. Nah, bro. So let me get this straight. The agreement was, you feel me, you get a 10-piece. You get the job done, you get a 10-piece, all right? And instead of a 10-piece, that nigga sent you...
See a nigga on YouTube sounding like me, that's my old bag. I've been trapping for so long, bitch, I'm still counting old cash. Put a 10 ball on a nigga head. Get stay focused, bro, you can't get jammed up. How you hate and like me, bro, you fanned up. All the niggas, you can ask the streets, real stand up. Nigga, leave me alone, go on pick your man.
Back with another video. So, if you've been here, you know I've been listening to a lot of Michigan music. So, with that being said, I came across this video and it said the Michigan rapper who filmed a music video had a look. He gonna say the title. Just like, comment, subscribe. Right? I already had my session. Get yours in while we doing this. All right, bet.
Alright, they got some bread in my pocket. Still go here. What? I asked my homie right here to wash his car.
You up here watch the cars, man. That's just for nothing. Just because you got the hustle where you, when you keep the hustle where you like that, you gonna get a lot of money later on down the line. Shit about a female. Y'all know what about. You know what you did. Tell them what you did. I can't tell them what you did.
Cliff Mack, a Flint-based rapper who refers to himself as the King of Flint, arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder.
That's even crazier because honestly, my favorite Michigan rappers come from Flint.
Federal agents say Cliff Mack, whose legal name is Clifton Terry III, hired a man to murder a Sterling Heights woman in November 2020, agreeing to pay him $10,000. The actual crime all caught on surveillance video. Despite firing 7 to 8 rounds, the hitman failed, and the victim survived. His name is Andre Sims, indicted in March of 2020 on the murder-for-hire plot. He's also serving time for an unrelated murder case in Grand Rapids.
You Google their name, it's gonna pop up who they told on. You Google my name, it's gonna pop up who I wrote on. Tried to kill me. Shit, that I was with. It was somebody I was with and he called me out the blue. And it's crazy because I had just got a new bitch at 9 the day before this happened.
The rapper from Flint, to be addressed in this video, currently faces allegations related to 4 shootings within the past year. Notably, 3 of these incidents occurred in close proximity.
Hold on now, he knows some niggas, you feel me? Cause I see, you feel me, I see Crispy Life in them on there, so yeah, we going, alright. Is that trick?
Tragically resulting in the loss of 2 lives, individuals whose memory we will later honor in this narrative. In addition to these serious charges, within the past 24 hours, during the second week of October 2023, this individual, known as Cliff Mack, has been formally indicted on drug-related charges by the authorities, leading some to categorize him as a significant concern to society. Remarkably, it was uncovered that this Flint rapper, who has adopted the moniker the King of Flint, has embedded subtle messages and connections in one of his music videos. Astonishingly, this video was filmed at the very same location where he was reportedly involved in 2 fatal incidents at a gas station. Not only does he face 1 homicide charge, but he is also presently embroiled in a drug investigation. If convicted on all of these charges, considering his age of 31, it is highly unlikely that he will ever regain his freedom. This is the story about Cliff Mack, the Michigan rapper who filmed a music video at a murder scene.
Got a big voice in this city. I want to use my power to let the young dudes know, like, listen, you're going to end up dead in jail in the streets. Stay in school, you feel me?
ABC 12 was there in 2017 when Cliff Mack was spreading cheer, handing out money to help people in need. A good guy who cared about the community.
Letting them know none of this stuff mean anything without giving back to the people.
Allow us to introduce Cliff Mack Terry, also recognized as Cliff Mack, hailing from Flint, Michigan. In 2017, he gained recognition when a local news report showcased him holding a sign that emphasized his lack of homelessness. He proudly affirmed his ownership of vehicles, a residence, and an impending addition to his family. His
Yeah, he different. Yeah.
Intentions were rooted in benevolence, asserting that he offered assistance due to his identity as a person of color. Subsequently, he engaged in community outreach by providing financial support and granting interviews to the local news outlet. Regrettably, as the years passed, allegations arose, suggesting that Cliff Mack's actions in the community were marred by a duality of both positive and negative influences. This transformation occurred after his initial interview with the local news station. It is imperative to recognize that Cliff Mack is also a rapper with an extensive body of work. In each of his music videos, he proudly adopted the title, The King of Flint. Later in this documentary, we will feature a segment of his music, highlighting a correlation to one of the incidents for which he would eventually face legal charges. Specifically, this incident resulted in the tragic loss of 2 lives at a local gas station. Outside of his musical endeavors, Cliff Mack gained notoriety when he provided a substantial sum of $10,000 to an individual named Andre Sims in 2021, with the alleged intent of orchestrating a violent act against a female acquaintance. However, the intended act failed, transpiring in broad daylight.
The video is shocking, the act horrific. That's a young woman in her SUV in Sterling Heights in November of 2020.
Hold up, wait a minute. He put a hitman on who? Bro, I must not be paying attention. You feel me? I ain't.
Say, lying in wait, Andre Sims, who the feds say agreed to be paid cash to murder the woman. That's the victim's traumatized mother watching, screaming, as this murder for hire nearly kills her daughter. She somehow survives. Sims taking money to kill someone. Who was behind the plot?
You Google my name, it's gonna pop up who I wrote on.
Today, federal prosecutors charged this man, Clifton Terry III. But as you can see, he's a rap artist. He's out of Flint. He's well known as Cliff Mack.
Although the incident itself unfolded in the first week of November in 2020, Cliff Mack's arrest did not occur until 2021. Here is an in-depth analysis of the details encompassed within the indictment and how the attempted murder that Cliff Mack solicited failed. This incident unfolded in November 2020 at 6:21 a.m. when Andre Sims rented a 2019 Dodge Ram 2500 pickup truck from the Hearst Rental Company at the Detroit Metro Airport at 6:10 p.m., nearly 12 hours later. The Cliff then sent a text message to Andre instructing him to travel to Flint that day. Andre promptly responded, expressing his intention to make his way to Flint. At 6:20 p.m., Andre sent a text message to an unnamed individual, asking for a ride to Flint, offering to cover the expenses and provide monetary compensation. He conveyed that if he reached Flint, he would return with 10 bags, prompting Andre to subsequently delete the message after reading it. At 8:30 p.m., Cliff Mack inquired about Andre's anticipated arrival time via text message. At 10:07 p.m., Andre responded, indicating he was approximately an hour away. At 11 p.m., Andre arrived in Flint and called Cliff, who reached out to him about 15 minutes later. At 11:18 p.m., Cliff's cell phone connected with cell towers in Flint, while also making a call to an individual registered as the owner of a 2006 Chevrolet Colorado pickup truck. On the following day, November 28, 2020, at 12:08 a.m., Andre's cell phone registered with a cell tower located approximately 3 miles from the victim's address in Sterling Heights. At 12:11 a.m. for a second time, his cell phone connected with a cell tower situated about 0.3 miles from the victim's address. At 1:20 a.m., Andre stored the victim's address in the navigation app on his phone, implying that he had arrived at the scene and was familiarizing himself with her address. Around 2:34 a.m., Andre texted an individual with an address a few hundred feet away from the victim's residence, and at 2:59 a.m., that individual reciprocated by sending their address in Detroit. At 3:02 a.m., Andre informed this individual that he was en route. At 3:50 a.m., Cliff attacked Andre at the Sterling Landing apartment complex, a location previously planned as a meeting.
You can't call yourself a king and not know the own dads like that, bro. You did all that, bro. I don't know. I just feel like you had to know your shit was tapped or something. Like, I don't know. They got too much information right here. They got too much information.
Point. Officials reported that during the early morning of November 28th, the Cliff remained at the Sterling Landing apartment complex for several hours. At 4:38 a.m., Andre stored directions from the Detroit address to the victim's address on his phone, which raised questions regarding their activities. This was the same day of the attempted murder. At 5:05 a.m., Andre drove the Chevrolet Colorado pickup truck to the victim's house, positioning it across the street from her door. At 11:18 a.m., the victim exited her residence and entered an SUV parked outside, which Andre subsequently approached and fired 8 shots at, striking the woman approximately 3 times. At 11:19 a.m., immediately after the shooting, Sam drove the pickup truck to the Sterling Landing apartment complex, where he and Cliff Mack had arranged to meet. At 11:31 a.m., Andre parked the pickup truck at a parking space by Building 9 in the complex.
Then the woman's home, where he allegedly waited for her to go to work, blocked her car, and then unloaded
7 to 8 rounds right into the side of the car. And it's a miracle that the person did not die, sustained some injuries. She survived.
At 11:34 a.m., Andre sent Cliff a text message detailing his exact location. At 11:40 a.m., they talk, and at 11:47 a.m., Cliff pulls up to the apartment complex in the Dodge Ram, picking up Andre while leaving the Chevrolet Colorado at the complex. At 2:26 p.m., Andre purchased a one-way bus ticket on Indian Trails Greyhound, destined from Detroit to Grand Rapids. At 8:02 p.m., the Cliff returned the Dodge Ram to the Hirsch Rental Company at the airport. However, the payment arrangement with Andre did not unfold as planned. The next day, on November 29, 2020, Andre took an Indian Trails Greyhound bus from Detroit to Grand Rapids. About 3 days later, on December 1, 2020, at 3:13 p.m., he received a text message from an individual, which contained a tweet from a Twitter account named Metro Detroit Crime. This tweet included a link to video footage of the actual shooting. On December 19, 2020, Cliff instructed someone from his ranks to transfer $300 to Andre Sims using the Cash App. This monetary exchange was in acknowledgement of Andre's attempt to harm the Sterling Heights woman, as per official reports. At 12:04 p.m. on December 21st, Sims sent a text message to the co-conspirator, confirming the receipt of the $300, as reported by the authorities. Believe it or not, Andre Sims attempted to take an innocent life. He failed to do it, and for this attempt, he was given $300. This is the harsh reality that we live in.
Authorities say that man traveled from Grand Rapids to here in Sterling Heights for that hit. He expected to make several $1,000s, but ended up with a fraction of that because the woman in...
Hold on, wait. Hold on, bruh. Nah, bruh. So let me get this straight. The agreement was, you feel me, you get a 10-piece. You get the job done, you get a 10-piece, all right? And instead of a 10-piece, that nigga sent you $300, man. The math ain't math, my baby.
Investigators say he was supposed to kill survived.
Cliff Mack was arrested shortly after the plot was uncovered by the authorities.
But today, federal prosecutors brought charges based on part of evidence from 2 cell phones. Sean Lay is live with the new developments. And Sean, one of the men charged is a familiar name to many people.
Cliff Mack, big-time rap artist out of FLINT. Big-time Future had a big following as well. Look, this video we're going to show you just a little bit of the shooting. It is so disturbing. Broad daylight shooting, trying to kill a young woman. Look, immediately authorities thought they knew who the gunman was, but they knew more was to it. So a mountain of cell phone evidence, the feds say, led to this man who calls himself the King of FLINT, Cliff Mack, very popular rap artist.
As you've just heard in the provided video clip, Cliff Mack was actively involved in the music industry, building what appeared to be a thriving career. He may have believed that he had escaped consequences for his previous attempted act, as he managed to evade arrest for a year and a half. During this time, it seems that he was associated with incidents resulting in the loss of 2 lives, and additionally, there were indications of involvement in drug-related activities according to federal authorities. While Cliff Mack was taken into custody for this matter, he was also indicted for his involvement in 2 separate cases of first-degree murder. These cases originated from incidents that initiated at a local Speedway gas station.
Well, it's 2 Ks with me in this car. Who wanna play now? Damn, so get back, they killing y'all. They hit about 10 of y'all. You made a diss track. Damn, if I don't leave nothing, I'ma double back looking around like did I leave something? Killed your sister for nothing. Why you ain't bleed nothing? That's up, cause all of a sudden you turn G or something. Never try to push you over. I ain't into that. See, try to push you, then get when you push them back.
Now let's take a closer look at the year and a half during which he remained at large. During this period, he produced a music video, Face the Facts, which was released 2 years ago. This video contained a diss track and has garnered over 150,000 views and continues to accumulate more. In this music video, pay attention to one particular scene. Notably, following this scene, it transitions to an image of an ambulance with Cliff Mack pointing at a picture of an individual on a shirt. Cliff Mack raps,
Damn, oh this a game now? Well it's 2 Ks with me in this car. Who wanna play now? Damn, so get back, they killing y'all. They hit about 10 of y'all. You made a diss track. Damn, if I don't leave nothing, I'ma double back looking around like did I leave something? Killed your sister for nothing. Why you ain't bleed nothing? Up, cause all of a sudden you turn G or something.
Now, as you know, Cliff Mack has been formally indicted, and it has come to our attention that this indictment pertains to the same location as the Speedway gas station, which is believed to be the site of an incident for which he is allegedly responsible. You may be curious about the targets of his disses, however, it remains uncertain. Comments online suggest that only those from Flint will know who Cliff is really talking to with this line. Only they know who the person who lost their sister is, and didn't seek retaliation for his loss. While he did engage in public disputes with other local rappers, these disputes appeared to be relatively minor in nature. Nevertheless, it's worth noting that he adopted the title, the King of Flint, in a city where numerous talented rappers reside. This self-proclaimed title alone could potentially generate substantial controversy and rivalry in the local music scene. He hints on some of the people during one of his Instagram live recordings. Here he said,
Since the quarantine, they've been trying to keep people with something to do, and it keeps off their mind by going against each other and just. Scott Storch went against Manny Fresh. T-Pain and Lil Jon is like my favorite one. But it's like these making this more than what it is. Like I'm starting to think, yeah, if y'all scared, just say that, bro. Just like damn y'all, just say y'all scared. Like if y'all scared, just be like, look, we can't go up against that arsenal you got, and it's gonna be all right. But we ain't taking this more than what it is. One got to talk about money, finna cry. We're gonna talk about money with me. I'm a retired drug dealer. Now see what my hat say? This real, dog. Nigga, I done retired. Helluva just went against Michigan Meats. Talk to these people, TC. These taking it. They taking the laugh out there like I don't even want to do it because I ain't got time for that. I get to getting like I ain't even on that. I was gonna do this. To stay off the real, I got real beef and real going on. Like I ain't trying to do this beef with the city, and yeah, he just feel like we on. I'm for all y'all. I'm just saying y'all catalog can't go up against my catalog. Let's have some friendly competition. But then again, we all cry about who the best and who hot right now, and he ain't the king of Flint. Well, I rest my case. I'm a retired drug dealer and I'm the king of Flint, man. God damn, man. They got talking about we all got houses. We all, this is not what it's about, sir. We ain't talking about no houses and no money. I'm saying, listen, I love this music. Y'all love this. 50 Cent was just finna go against Snoop Dogg, man. And then Ja Rule called 50 Cent out. I call y'all favorite Flint rappers out and they like, oh, he think he better. And man, 11 o'clock, let's get it cracking. Cliff Mack versus O and Louie at 11 o'clock. Let's get it cracking. Man, we got 5 judges. What the fighting on and talking, all this talking? Why is I'm still back on here talking? Y'all supposed to be sitting on y'all phone like. Then they talking about we ain't going on Instagram Live. He got more followers.
Reflecting on the past, it's astounding to think that he was last at liberty during the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. As previously mentioned, while Cliff Mack was incarcerated in August 2022, he faced additional indictments, one of which pertained to the tragic loss of 2 individuals. Consider the following details, as it is quite impactful. During the first week of October in 2020, Burton experienced a pair of fatal shootings, which authorities characterized as calculated incidents. The initial episode unfolded around 3:15 p.m. on a Saturday, October 3rd, 2020, at the Speedway gas station situated near the intersection of Bristol and Center Roads. If one observes closely, a Dodge Durango is discernible in the vicinity. Officers from the Burton Police Department arrived at the scene to find Emilio G. Wilson Jr., a 27-year-old from Flint, lifeless in the driver's seat of the Dodge Durango parked next to a gas pump. Chief Brian Ross of the Burton Police noted that Wilson had sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was tragically pronounced deceased at the scene. We offer our deepest condolences to his family. Simultaneously, another man, a 29-year-old resident of Mount Morris, sustained gunshot injuries at the scene. Unfortunately, his real name has not been disclosed, but he was transported to a local hospital via a privately owned vehicle, and his injuries were fortunately non-life-threatening. The correlation between these events remains unclear. However, within less than 6 hours, another incident transpired. A 30-year-old individual named Lavelle Bergerac Ivy, a resident of Burton, was shot and subsequently succumbed to his injuries outside Ted's Party Store, located at 1160 E Hemp Hill Road. We extend our deepest condolences to his family and pray for his eternal peace. Officers responded to reports of these shootings shortly before 8:30 p.m. on the same Saturday and discovered Lavelle with multiple gunshot wounds inside a Honda. Regrettably, he was pronounced deceased at the scene. Additionally, it is noteworthy that the vehicle continued to roll after Lavelle was shot and eventually collided with a school building across the street. Furthermore, a 31-year-old man from Flint, whose name remains undisclosed, was also in the same vehicle and was transported to a local hospital due to a gunshot wound. Fortunately, he was expected to recover from his injuries. Law enforcement diligently pursued their investigations at both scenes, which included a review of surveillance footage from nearby businesses. Their work eventually revealed connections. On August 17, 2021, Devereaux Davis's life was extinguished at the Eagle Ridge Square apartments. The circumstances of that day remain vivid, as illustrated in the video.
4 people are charged in the murder of Devereaux Davis at a Flint apartment complex back in August. We told you on August 17th about that murder, which happened just before 5 in the afternoon at the Eagle Ridge apartment complex. That's off of Selby Street, just north of Pearson Road and west of I-475. Well, this week, these 4 were arraigned for their roles in the crime, and Flint police say that Clifton Terry, Andre Vila, and Isaiah Claiborne face first-degree murder charges along with several firearms charges. Megan Confer is charged with delivering and manufacturing narcotics and faces some firearms charges as well. Police are still asking anyone with information about this crime to call them.
To provide clarity, it is crucial to emphasize that during his 16-month period of incarceration, Cliff Mack has been linked to 6 shooting incidents, if not directly involved in them, and has been allegedly connected to the tragic loss of 3 lives in the aftermath. Apart from the recent federal indictment he faced just a few weeks ago, there is a significant development to note. Merely 3 weeks ago, his trial commenced, and a verdict has been reached for at least one of the cases. He now awaits the legal decision regarding this matter. I would like to draw attention to a critical point. A witness testifying on Friday, September 8, 2023, disclosed that Cliff Mack and Andres Vela were implicated in the shooting death of Devereaux Davis within the Eagle Ridge apartment complex on August 17, 2021. The witness relayed details about some of the actions and activities described by Andres. Notably, Andres was one of the 4 individuals who were arrested or indicted, as Cliff was already in prison at that time. All 4 of them have been found guilty, and there was a cooperating witness involved in the case. Currently, they await their sentencing. As for whether the rapper, Cliff Mack, should be classified as the Flint, Michigan's first rapper Serial K, that is a subjective matter for the public to determine. However, it's crucial to underline that the case in question is not the sole legal matter looming over him. It's vital to recognize the consequences of violence and the impact it can have on individuals and communities. The stories we've explored here serve as a stark reminder of the tragic outcomes that violence can bring. While we may be drawn to music, entertainment, and the allure of certain lifestyles, it's essential to remember that violence is not a solution. Instead, it perpetuates a cycle of pain and suffering, affecting not only those directly involved, but also their families and neighborhoods. We must strive for more peaceful resolutions to conflicts, understanding, and empathy. It's in our hands to break the cycle of violence and work towards a brighter and safer future for all. Let these stories serve as a lesson, reminding us that violence should never be the path we choose. In unity and collaboration,